Hello there. It's another wonderful Saturday where we bring you your favorite security and safety program, Security Watch Africa. Only on this channel, we bring you that program. My name still remains Patrick Abambo, and this is your station, the Africa Independent Television. Welcome to the program today. Today, we will bring you a number of reports that touches issues of security and what the security forces are doing. But first, permit me to make these few remarks concerning the third year anniversary of the NSAS protest. Really, I would like to ask a question to those in authority, the government. What has been done for the security officers that were killed during this ill-advised period in the country where over 100 security personnel cutting across different security forces were killed. Some were butchered, some were burnt, and some were eaten after being roasted. Question, their families are disturbed, and their colleagues still in service are asking questions. What is happening? No compensation yet. Nothing is being done for them. We know that some states set up inquiries to look at the aftermath of the NSAS protest, and some people have been compensated. Some citizens have been compensated for injuries or the losses they sustained during the protest. But what of the security forces? This is a question that still begs for answer. I hope that the government at all levels would respond and make sure that these people are not left to continue to lick their wounds and their losses also unappreciated. Yes, let's take to, I want to also look at the comment credited to the executive governor of Katsina State, a young man who has been elected to lead his people, and he was quoted to have advocated that all Nigerians should be allowed to bear arms, to carry arms. I really want to think that people in position of authority must tread with caution when they make comments because nations that allow such are looking for a way to amend and, if possible, ban the usage of arms by their citizens. We can see United States have been battling on how to manage the effects of gun licenses. In Africa, we have South Africa also battling also with that same problem because of the gun violence that is happening in those countries. I don't think Nigeria would want to go through that. So even as those in a position of authority want to look for better ways to provide security for Nigerians, such should not be considered at all. Yes, let me take you straight to the first report we are bringing to you in this series where we're starting today, Embargo on Security. The Nigerian Air Force during the week had a meeting which was summoned by the Chief of the Air Staff, Marshal Hassan Abubakar, to talk with his commanders on what should be done, particularly at this period. Sit back as we bring you this report, as witnessed by Security Watch Africa.
As part of efforts to end insurgency in Nigeria by the armed forces, the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, had a 2-day meeting with air component commanders and commandants of the Nigerian Air Force on Wednesday at the Nigerian Air Force headquarters in Abuja. In his address, he stated the aim and the theme of the meeting. He also emphasized on the expectation of Nigerians on the Nigerian Air Force personnel to ensure their security and safety.
The theme of this meeting, enhancing commanders' capacity for optimal command responsibility, aptly aligns with one of the key enablers of my command philosophy, which harps on deliberate training and mission-oriented force development. I am further pleased that a day out of this 2-day meeting has been a mark for us all to extensively attune ourselves and key into my command philosophy, which I strongly believe will set the tone for my short, medium, and long-term plans for the Nigerian Air Force. Thus, the need for us all, the current Nigerian Air Force leadership to be on the same page with regards to my plan for the service cannot be overemphasized. Gentlemen, let me state here that while we may have undoubtedly achieved appreciable results in the various theaters of operations, so much more is expected of us at this critical time in our nation's history. Indeed, a huge burden of responsibility has been placed on us as members of the armed forces by the Nigerian people to ensure their security and safety, and we cannot afford to fail them.
Furthermore, Air Marshal Abubakar announced that the Nigerian Air Force has started taking delivery of additional air assets acquired by the federal government.
I am particularly delighted to note that we have started taking delivery of additional air assets procured for us by the federal government. Indeed, only last week, we received the 2 remaining Diamond 62 multipurpose platforms at Ilorin. And in no distant time, we shall also be inducting other new platforms acquired by the federal government for the service. When inducted, these additional aircraft will surely add considerable impetus to our operations in dealing with insurgents, terrorists, and other criminal elements plaguing our nation. I wish to therefore place on record our sincere appreciation to the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, for his continued support in attending to the operational, training, and welfare needs of the service. May I assure Mr. President and indeed all Nigerians of our unwavering commitment as a service to continually work wholeheartedly in concert with other security agencies towards achieving the mandate of ensuring a safe, secured, united, and prosperous Nigeria.
Speaking earlier, the Chief of Policy and Plans, Air Vice Marshal Sayo Olatunde, urged senior officers not to see themselves as just commanders and commandants, but as leaders, managers, and mentors to their subordinates.
As a military commander or commandant, you must see yourself as a commander, a leader, a manager, and a mentor, among other things. As a commander, you exercise lawful authority over subordinates by virtue of your ranks and appointments. That is, you have command over them. Command confers on you the authority and responsibility to effectively utilize available resources and to plan, organize, direct, coordinate, and control your forces for the accomplishment of the assigned task.
The 2-day meeting featured lectures on various aspects of the unit administration, command responsibilities, Chief of Air Staff Command philosophy, and review of ongoing counter-insurgency and counter-terrorism operations. In his drive to motivate the Nigerian Army personnel nationwide to intensify the fight against all forms of
Welcome back. Yeah, from the Air Force headquarters. We'll take you to a report put together by Bobianuju Ape, looking at how are Nigerians willing and confident enough to travel for the Yuletide celebrations towards the end of the year. Some have a lot of expressed mixed feelings on the issue of security. We did a voice pop to find out what are Nigerians saying concerning the security, if it's possible for them to travel, even with the assurances given by the Nigeria Police Force Inspector General of Police, IGP Egbetoku. Sit back as we bring you this report.
This meeting is significant as we enter this year's Ember month, and it will spur us to review the internal security situation of the country with a view to revamping our strategies towards bolstering the nation's security governance, economic growth, and national development, especially as we traverse the unique last quarter of the year. The meeting will also avail us the opportunity to enumerate some of our operational plans towards policing the off-season gubernatorial election, which will be held concurrently in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states in November of this year. The internal security situation of the country over the last 1 month or thereabout has been relatively calm, despite the threats of political and socio-economic instability that greeted the removal of fuel subsidy and post-election tribunals across the country. Comparatively, we have recorded lesser number of violent crimes and other major offenses across the country.
That was the Inspector General of Police, Acting IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, charging the Zonal Assistant Inspectors General of Police and State Commissioners of Police on Ember Month security during his September conference with police strategic managers. In fulfilling those charges, police operatives redoubled their efforts and made some arrests and recoveries, which was recently paraded and displayed by Force Public Relations Officer ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi.
We have on display today, due to the efforts of our gallant operatives of the Nigerian Police Force in furtherance of the directive of the IGP to mop up illicit arms and ammunition from the society. We have 66 AK-47 rifles recovered so far, pump action 13, locally made revolver 3, locally made SMG 2, English revolver 5, fabricated Beretta pistol 1, single barrel gun 2, altogether 92 different types of arms. We have 146 cartridges and 614 ammunitions of various calibers, giving all the total of 760 cartridges and ammunition of various calibers recovered from these people. Today on display we have 14 vehicles recovered from these criminal elements and some forged documents, 120 magazines, 2 IEDs, improvised explosive devices, 1 suicide belt, as well as cash sums of fake currencies totaling $970,000 US, fake, were also recovered and marked as exhibits for necessary prosecution of these cases.
In few weeks from now, many Nigerians will be traveling to various places within the country to spend time with their loved ones as part of the end of the year festivity. Security Watch Africa was on the street to find out from Nigerians if they are confident enough to travel in spite of the security challenges.
No, nobody can feel safe in a situation where we find ourselves in Nigeria. There is fear everywhere. I mean, palpable fear all over the land. When you are traveling, even if you feel or you think you are safe, family members are concerned for you. They are always calling while you are on your way. They try as much as possible to even discourage you not to embark on any journey. They identify black spots. Oh, that place. Oh, this road. Oh, how can you be traveling on Kogi Road? How can you be traveling? I'm from Kogi State. So, but virtually the report is the same all over the nation.
Well, I love to travel, but with the situation in the country, I don't think I'm still considering it. I'm still considering it because of the security challenge. That is number one. Number two, the state of the country. You know, more money is going to transportation. So everybody is trying to restrain his or her own spending, you know, to just make sure that you spend according to your capacity.
Safety is in God's hand. It's not really about human being or the decisions the insecurity or security of an atmosphere. Actually, I'll be traveling, but I might not go online on road. I might decide to go on air.
We are putting God first because He's the owner of the security, and the road that I'm flying most of the time is always not too safe, but it's safe, not 100% safe. But I'm so sure that nothing will happen along the way if I'm traveling.
Maybe a little bit late too, because of the expenses. It's now expensive to like travel back home, and it's not really safe for me traveling on the express.
On how the fuel security could be improved, they added this.
The only solution is for the government to buckle up. I don't know whether this one is safe, you know. Our government, they have to buckle up this time around. They have to put in more effort to help the masses, honestly speaking, especially in the area of security challenge.
What should be done is to engage the youth in meaningful jobs. Most of this insecurity is perpetrated by the youth and the unemployed, the vulnerables. If they are engaged in meaningful jobs, it will reduce drastically.
Obianuju Ape reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Yeah, Nigerians expressing their feelings there. Yeah, let's go to the Nigerian Army, where Shuli Daniel has put together a collection of the Chief of Army Staff activity or movement or travels in the last 7 days, where he visited various divisions and troops and addressed them to be prepared for this end of year security. He particularly flagged off so many exercises, which he says would dovetail into real-life operations to ensure that Nigerians feel safe and secured. Sit back as we bring you the report.
In his drive to motivate the Nigerian Army personnel nationwide to intensify the fight against all forms of criminalities and to also inculcate in them his command philosophy, which is to transform the Nigerian Army into a well-trained, equipped and highly motivated force towards achieving our constitutional responsibilities within a joint environment. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Abiodun Lagbaja, has traversed many states in Nigeria, from Lagos to Oyo, Oyo to Osun, Osun to Edo, Edo to Rivers, Rivers to Akwa Ibom, all in 7 days. At each location, he addressed his officers and soldiers.
What we are witnessing here in the field is the physical troops deployment for the actual conduct of the clean-up exercise. The troops are ready and they are rearing to go. But for the troops, before you move into the field, I want to charge you that this task you are about to embark on is delicate, is sensitive, but it's dear to our hearts, because the objective is to make that epicenter of the 2002 bomb blast as clean as possible, so that we can put it to very effective use. I will rely on you, like the engineers used to say, for a little, for the very difficult tasks, you just need a little notice. We have given you enough notice, and we expect that you go into the field and clean up that place, working in conjunction with sister security agencies and other government departments and parastatals that have come to support us. So we expect nothing but the best. In conducting this exercise, safety first. Your safety and the safety of the community around us. We do not want to experience another bomb blast. Is that clear?
Yes, sir!
Is that clear?
Yes, sir!
So we expect that 60 days from now, that bomb blast, the police EOD squadron will certify that that place is safe, and we can even go ahead and build a playground for our children and even for the old community to make use of it. Should be as safe as that, and we look up to you. Are you ready?
Ready! Can you hear me? Yes, sir! Are you good to go? Good to go, sir! Are you motivated?
afternoon. Afternoon, sir. You have been mustered here for an operation. Is that clear? Yes, sir. So that you will not go away with the notion that it's an exercise. This is an operation. It's an exercise, but with the caveat, no dogs. And that means you are expected to react to real life security threats. If they call you that there's an armed robbery at kilometer 6 on the interchange, you must react. Is that clear? Yes, sir. And you must react with the appropriate force. If they call you that there's a kidnapping incident, you must react. This exercise is joint, is interagency. That means it's not only an army thing, it's not only a customs thing, it's not only an immigration thing. It's all services, all agencies brought together. So you must conduct these operations in deference to the wishes and the demands of other security agencies. If the customs want a patrol to Igolo or Owode axis, then you must conduct such patrol. Commanders, take note. Sir. Is that clear? Yes, sir. If NDLE wants you to go and arrest drug barons in their den, then you must go and bust such den and arrest them. Is that clear? Yes, sir. And because you are here, we expect that Obafemi Owode local government will be as quiet as a still water. We will not have any security incident going forward from now to the end of this exercise, and even beyond, because of the good job we expect you to do. Overall, we expect you to be good ambassadors of the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian Police, Nigerian Immigration Service, Nigerian Customs Service, and all the agencies that are represented here, so that when the history of this exercise will be written, it will be said that you are indeed truly professional. Is that clear? Yes, sir. So I wish you the best. Your welfare and all your needs will be taken care of by the commander. Where you have any complaint, that information post is meant for people that will be coming from outside, that human rights desk. For yours, you have your appropriate channel to lay your complaint. The essence of bringing you together to work in interagency mode is to build friendship. For civil defense, for immigration, if you have any complaint, please don't hesitate to approach the commanders here. They will take up your complaint. Is that understood? Yes, sir. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Are you ready? Ready! Are you ready? Ready! This exercise, it is not a drill or mere training exercise, but a real-life military activity with a robust rule of engagement that has been designed to meet the challenges of the contemporary security environment in the South-South zone. I need not emphasize that the South-South zone of Nigeria is today confronted with piracy, illegal oil bunkering, pipeline vandalism, cultism, militancy, and other related crimes that threaten our collective peace and economic activities. These threats to our national security have assumed a dangerous dimension, warranting prolonged military deployments in aid of civil authority to restore law and order. Unfortunately, the hitherto episodic military deployment in aid of civil authority has become somewhat unending, with almost every community requesting permanent military deployments to secure lives and properties. Hindered by the challenge of finite resources in terms of manpower and combat enablers, the Nigerian Army has continued to modify its concept of operations to manage these genuine demands for troop deployment. One such strategy for striking a balance between demand for troop deployment and available resources is conducting NODOF or real-life exercises. The majority of these exercises are usually conducted annually in the last quarter as part of the Nigerian Army's efforts to, together with its sister services, support the civil authorities in managing the spike in criminal activities often associated with year-end activities. Are you good to go? Good to go, good to go. Are you ready? As a nation, we are still confronted with so many security challenges. And it is in a bid to address these security challenges that we have put together Exercise Stillwater 3. So you troops will go out there. Even though it is that exercise, it is a real life operation. You are expected to react to intelligence, to react to directives from higher quarters and bust criminal dens, go after economic funders and stamp them out completely. Is that clear? Yes, sir! Good. And in conducting this exercise, you must be guided by the rules of engagement. Don't go out there and become a problem to the society you are expected to protect. Use your weapons responsibly in line with the rules of the engagement. Is that clear? Yes, sir! I want to continually hear good reports about you, troops of 6th Division, for Exercise Stillwater 3. And we have brought you together with personnel of other agencies so that you work in a joint and multi-agency environment and build friendship. So if they have drug payroll hiding in some creeks, you must react to such intelligence from the NDLA. Is that clear? Yes, sir! If you have escapees from the correction center, you must react to such intelligence. Is that clear? Yes, sir! And so many other intelligence that will come from sister agencies. You must work together, you must work as comrades, and you must work in a cordial environment. Is that clear? Yes, sir! So, your commanders are raring to go. You have said you are ready. I want to see this practically in the field through the successes you will achieve. When the history of Exercise Stillwater 3 will be written in 60th AOR, it must be said that you stamped out illegal bunker, that oil production got to the highest ever in Nigeria. Is that clear? Yes, sir! So please go out there and perform. I wish you well. God be with you. Thank you, sir.
These visits followed after his initial operational visits to A Division Area of Responsibility and Northeast Operation Hadinkai, all geared towards re-engineering the Nigerian Army personnel for more effective performance. Shirley Daniels, reporting for Security Watch Africa.
Welcome back. Yeah, unfortunately, not enough time to complete this, but because we are run out of time already. But in different locations, the same message the Chief of Army Staff took along. Until next week, when we bring another edition of this program, we'll say bye for now and remain blessed.